Lists. Python store arrays as lists. To define a list, you will need a list name. We give the name of the list a variable name, followed by an equal sign, to assign the variable name to items in the list. You will have to enclose the items within a list within square brackets. Lists will have a list name. As you can see here, we have a list 1 and equal signs and values within the list. This is an example of 3 different types of lists. List 1 contains values all of the same type, so they're all integers. List 2 all contains string, and list 3 contains types, strings, integers and floats. If you want to print the lists, all you need to do is type print. You don't use any speech marks, and then the list name. So if we want to print list 1, so we press list and the name of the list. Okay, so you can save it first of all and then print. So I'll just save, and then F5 gives you what's in list 1. We can do the same thing again. We can print what is in our next list 2, list 2. Okay. We can also print what's in our third list. Okay, that's the mixture of lists. If you want to, you can actually print all lists if you want to. Items within a list are accessed through their index. Indexing begins at 0. So as you can see, item 1 is at index 0, item 2 is at index 1, and so on and so forth. To access items in a list, we have to access the item's index number. The index number for the number 1 is 0. The index number for number 2 is 1. The index number for number 3 is 2. So if we print out, so we want the value or the item 1, we'll print out its index number. So we go print, and then we have to specify the list name and its index position. So in this case, we want number 1 and its index position is at 0. We have to enclose the index number within square brackets. So we go print list 1 index 0. So that will give us number 1. So we save it and run it. That gives us number 1, because that's where the position, the index position is 0 and the value there is 1. The item value there is 1. So we want to do the same. So we want to print out number 2. We can get its index position, which is number 1, and then we get number 2 printed screen. This can be time consuming, so what we could do is actually print out the whole of the list using a for loop. So what we do, we'll get the length of the list. So we'll store the length of the list in a variable name called length. So we say length equals the length of the list. Okay, and then we'll do a loop. So for I in range, okay, length. Okay, then we want to print out the whole items within the list. Okay, so what it does here, we've got our list and we have the items within the list. We've got a variable called length and we've assigned it the length of our list. So, and what we've done, we've created a for loop. So we say for I in the range length, then print or transverse the whole of the list and print it to the screen. So we go F5. So you got what happens now, you've got the whole, it's printed out the whole items within the list 1 to 9.